I've just come back from a tax conference, and one session was all about pensions. There were some interesting points made, and so I thought I would share some of these with you. I don't have time to go into the subject in a lot of detail, so I have just picked out some interesting morsels. My aim is to encourage you to go and speak to your IFA, and they can advise you on the investment strategy that best suits your circumstances. Right at the outset, I am going to say that I'm not giving investment advice. I'm not actually allowed to. That's for your IFA. What I will do today is to highlight just some of the advantages of building a pension pot and just some of the tax aspects that you might like to consider. We've been recommending pensions for a while, and in particular, employer contributions as a way of extracting money from your company in a tax-efficient manner. Employee contributions are limited to earnings and are not as national insurance efficient. Employer contributions just have to take account of the annual limit, currently £40,000, and the £1 million lifetime fund limit. I would drop in here that employer contributions to your pension do not count for the child benefit tax charge. You're probably aware that from 55 you can take a 25% tax-free lump sum from your pension pot. There's a lot of flexibility these days in how you treat the balance, but best speak to your IFA. What I will say though, that in these days of social care planning, an uncrystallised pension pot does not count in the assessment for social care. So what happens when you die? It used to be that your pension died with you. It all depends on whether you survive your 75th birthday. If you do, your nominated beneficiary is in a tax-privileged position. They can draw on the fund at any age, tax-free, and the fund is not part of their estate for IHT purposes. They can also pass it on to their own nominated beneficiary. If you die after your 75th birthday, your nominated beneficiary must pay tax at their marginal rate on funds drawn from your pension pot. However, they can also pass it on at death to their own nominated beneficiary, and it all starts again, depending on whether they reach 75 or not. I thought I would cover just a few planning ideas for you in respect of your pension. Firstly, consider putting farmland into a SIP. If any of the land is sold for development, the gain is tax-free because it's sitting in your pension. What about setting up multiple funds? Remember, there is no minimum age to start a pension. Use the annual and lifetime allowances for your spouse and children. Think about taking money out of your ISAs and putting them into pension and getting tax relief at your top rate of tax. Remember that pensions are sheltered from IHT, ISAs are not. So in retirement, you should perhaps consider spending your ISAs so that more of your wealth is in IHT exempt assets, i.e. your pension. If you're getting close to retirement, consider overdrawing your director's loan account. The company will pay tax on this, but it will get it back. You will pay some income tax as a benefit in kind, but it's very small. Repay the loan from your 25% tax-free lump sum from your pension. As I said at the start, my aim today is just to get you to look at pensions in a new light, and particularly if you have your own family company. However, it is essential that you speak to your IFA, who can give you targeted advice on what is right for you. I'm Alan Long from the Long Partnership, making life less taxing.